Hi everyone, my name is Jade Calver. I own and operate Calver & Associates, Canadian Immigration Services. We're a full-service immigration firm offering assistance with all immigration legal matters. We're located in Oshawa, Ontario, and you can find us online at calverimmigrationservices.com. Today we're doing a question and answer period with Kelly Makhoul. Kelly is an Australian, soon to be Canadian, who has gone through the process of coming on a temporary visa, applied for permanent residency, and she is in the citizenship process. So we're doing a bit of a question and answer period with her today about her experience and how that was for her as an immigrant to Canada.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm excited to talk about my experiences on the various visas that I've been on while living in Canada as an Australian.
Hi Kelly, thank you so much for joining us today. My first question is, when did you decide that you wanted to apply for permanent residency? What was the factor that made you think, this is a place where I want to stay and make my home?
I wasn't planning on becoming a permanent resident when I moved here. It wasn't completely off the table, but it wasn't my plan. But then in my last year of being an IEC, I had a friend who was working as an immigration consultant. I talked to her about maybe doing a partner visa because I was in a relationship and I thought maybe I could use that as a way to stay. But she said there's a new system called the Express Entry system and I'd probably be better off applying using that system. And she helped me do the points test or whatever it is to see if I was eligible, and I was, so I applied through that. But I decided to do that partway through the fourth year of being a IEC participant. So the application was already in process once my IEC visa expired.
My next question is a little more detailed, and it was, did you apply for PR from inside Canada or outside of Canada? If you applied in Canada, what was the process regarding vis-a-vis your working holiday visa, and how did that work out with your transition from your work visa to your permanent residency visa?
So I did apply from within Canada. It was in the last year of being an IEC participant, and I was still in the process of applying when my IEC expired, which was in March 2016, and my permanent residency was approved in August of 2016. So in between that, I was on a bridging open work permit. I applied before my visa expired, but it wasn't enough time for me to go straight from the IEC to the bridging open work permit. So there was a time where I was on implied status. I think it was about 3 months.
Thanks for your answer, Kelly. My last question is, why did you apply for Canadian citizenship, and what brought you to that decision? Just if you could tell us a little bit about that process. And last, which is a little bit more of a fun question, is what do you love about living in Canada, and why did you decide to make your home here?
Well, from the beginning, I didn't really have a concrete plan when I moved here. It was all kind of like, let's see how it goes. So I came on my first IEC and I enjoyed it, and then I was lucky enough to be able to apply for a second IEC because at the time that I was in the program, you could do that, but you cannot anymore. But that helped me remain here long enough to use that to my advantage to apply for PR. And because I was able to, and I saw it as an opportunity that lots of people didn't get, I thought, why not? I'm already here, I'll apply for PR. And then I applied for PR, I got approved, and then, well, I guess for a lot of people that migrate here, their experiences in their home country might have been a bit more difficult. So they might love Canada because it's got a lot of opportunity for them, and it's very safe, and they feel welcomed, and it's very beautiful. So I come from Australia, which is kind of similar, like it's very clean and safe and beautiful, and it's got opportunity. So for me, it wasn't about those types of things that I like to say what I loved. It was more just that I love being able to experience a different country that's kind of not too different to what I'm used to, but also different enough for me to feel like I'm having a different experience. The other thing I love about this country is that it's very welcoming to people coming here from other countries. The experiences I've had have all been positive. I've never had someone make me feel like I shouldn't be here or I'm taking up space, or that I don't belong because I'm not Canadian. I've always had people very interested in where I'm from and what I have to say about it and that kind of thing. So that's really cool. And I also really admire Canadians because I feel like they're such hard workers. it can be hard to get a job here. It's pretty competitive and you have to really work hard to stand out from the crowd. So that's something that kind of motivated me to try and get a better job than what I had when I first came here. Just in general, the way of life here can be a bit difficult with the weather. So I think Canadians are really hardcore and cool because no matter what the weather is, like, they'll keep going. They're not going to let some snow stop them or, you know, put a damper on their day. They just keep on trucking.
Thank you for watching. If you're interested in coming to Canada through the IEC program like Kelly, you can visit our website at calvarimmigrationservices.com. Here you will find helpful information about the IEC program, along with various other Canadian immigration programs, such as study permits, express entry, and family class sponsorship. If you have questions about your case, do not hesitate to contact us. You can reach us on our social media platforms, linked below, or by email at jade@calvarinassociates.com.